Hey everybody, it's Tracy from Tracy's Art and Craft, and we're here with another collaboration. So today we're going to be doing napkins on tags. So I thought this would be a perfect way to show you how I use my glue book pages, which I showed you before, that I fold them together, use them for journaling cards and things like that for bases. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use them for the tags. So when I say a glue book, what I'm talking about is I have one of my old books, and the inners, I don't really use the pages, so what I use them for is for when I'm sticking something or gluing something. I'll glue it on the page, and when it gets too sticky because there's too much glue on, I go over it with a little bit of glue, a little bit of glue stick, and then I just fold it in half, and then I've got a base for something. And these ones are the way that I do sort of journaling cards or tags or something. But also I do belly bands or bookmarks by folding it that way. So you can go either way, but that's how I use up the paper so I'm not wasting it. So I've got a few of those with me today, and I've got a couple of napkins because I wanted some flowery ones. So I've got those with me. I've got a little bit of gesso that I thought we could use today, because I'd like to make it a little bit sort of soft on the edges with some gesso. I'd like to cover up the back of them with some gesso as well, so that could be written on. So I have that. Other than that, we're just going to go for it. I'm going to literally just stick the napkin onto the front, but then I might add a little bit of decoration to it from there. So we'll see where we get to. So I've got a few of these, and what I'm going to do is just make sure they're all glued, because some of them were not glued. So I'm just going to glue those down. And today we're just going to use glue stick for the gluing. So it's nice and simple for anyone who hasn't got a lot of different glues, or you know, they don't have the Mod Podge or can't afford the Mod Podge. You know, we've all been in that situation where we can't afford everything we want, so there's nothing to be ashamed of there. Then I'm going to show you that glue stick with napkins is a great way to decorate things, because it really does stick the napkin down. If you hear my dog, I do apologise. He has demanded to be in the room with me today, so, and he keeps like trying to talk to me, so I can hear him. He's sort of doing little growly talks. He's a sweet little boy. His mum was a Yorkshire Terrier cross Shih Tzu, and his dad was a long-haired Chihuahua. So my pooch is a gorgeous little boy. He's absolutely sweet, but he doesn't like people very much. He likes us, his family, but anyone outside of the family, he goes for a stroke and then threatens to attack. So yeah, he doesn't like people very much, weirdly. Bless him, but he's adorable and change of the world. So that's those put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to determine what size I want them to start with. I'm going to cut a little bit off. I do like a really fat, chunky tag. I'm just using scissors for this cutting because I'm lazy, but of course you can use a cutting board and get a perfectly straight line. Or you can do like me and just use scissors and say, oh well, we've got what we've got. Right, here we go. So we're going to cut a corner off. We're going to flip it over, boom, hold it onto the other side, cut a corner off. There we go. And now we've got ourselves a somewhat straight tag. Now, I don't know if I've got my sellotape to hand. Oh, yes I have. On my trolley of everything, I have my tape. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the tape inside out like this onto our finger. And we're just going to tear once. Usually they have 2 or 3 ply, sometimes they do only have 1, but you can always test it out by tearing, but when you think you're done, there's usually another ply. And of course, showing you here, you can do that on any area of the napkin. And it saves you sort of picking at it, trying to get it all off. So yeah, I always use these up for mopping up glue or mopping up my hands. You can use these for texture. Another lady had commented on my last one saying you could use them for stamping on. I forgot about that. Yes, you could use these for stamping on. And then you could then go over it again like another tissue paper. There's so much you can do. You can mop up paints with it and then use this as another base as well. I do like to do that in my mixed media. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down my glue book again because I've already got glue on my, I don't know what I'm worrying about. I was going to say I don't want glue all over my side, but do you know what? It is mostly glue, I think. Glue and inks, I think is what it mostly is. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to put lots and lots of glue stick down. So that's really, really covered, making sure I get all the edges really well. You want to make sure you've got about, I'd say three to four layers of glue stick on there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw up the napkin that I'm going to use really, really tight into the smallest ball. This is going to give it a little bit of texture. Okay. So from there, I'm not going to pull it out too much. I am just going to pull it out so it fits the tag. And then I'm going to squash it down. Now, of course, over this, you could go over with Mod Podge. You could go over with just your tacky glue. Or any wet white glue. You know, I always say it, PVA is so underrated nowadays. It's still a great glue. Perfect for this type of thing. It's not going to be good for fabrics and things like that. It's not going to hold them so well, but you can also use matte medium. You know, I save mine for my canvases because I did go for a lot of matte medium, but you know, you can use matte medium. There we go, I'm just cutting around the edges, making it all nice and neat. And that is our first tag. So what I'm going to do from there is I'm just going to gesso the back and some of the edges at the front. If I can open my gesso. Just 1 second, it always gets stuck. 1 second. We're back. Husband to the rescue. What'd you get married for if it isn't to get a husband that, you know, can help open jars? There we go. So I'm just going to gesso the back like this. I'm using any old brush at the moment, to be honest, because there's no specifics needed here. Let's just get this gessoed. You can still see the book page underneath, which I like. Exactly what I want. But it's given a surface that can be written on. There we go. Of course, you don't have to go all the way up to the edges on this one. I'm just going to dry that real quick. I'm going to keep you with me if you don't mind while I dry it. Where's my heat gun gone? It's not in this little cubby hole. I'm sorry about my coughing today. I'm really thirsty, I think. Oh, it was in its cubby hole. Okay. I apologise. I'm having a mad moment. Here we go. That's sort of dry. Hey Eddie, I'm sorry, get me down. Get off my stuff. Oh, I scared him a bit, I think. Get lay down. Get lay down. No, you're sitting with me. Okay. Silly boy, scared of nothing. Right. So, I'm just going to put a little bit of gesso on the edges. Just give it a little bit of, I don't know, I'm just in the mood for it. Instead of inking, let's use gesso. Same principle as inking, you know, we're just going round the mountain and home again. Just want to get a little bit more in the corners here. There we go. I'm just going to leave that to dry while we do the next tag. And then after I've done the next tag, we will decorate up. Oh, stay. You stay up there then. Okay. So, next tag. I'm going to use one. Oh, yeah. I think I'll use this one. So I'm just going to bring that in a little bit. So of course this is a title page of a book. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to do the corners. That one. Turn it around. Cut two. If you're doing multiple of these tags, of course you could cut one tag and then cut them all to the same size if you wanted them the same size. I don't. I like mine to be quite individual. So again, I'm going to take my napkin and get rid of the backs. Oh, one back has already come off. How helpful was that napkin? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My dog is still sort of sitting by my feet. He knows I'm going to turn on the heat gun again. He's saying, "Mum, please don't. I hate the sound." He'll be fine. Makes me laugh because he'll moan about my heat gun and things, but he's got no problem with fireworks. Oh no, he loves those. So here I'm just going to cut this napkin in half because if you can see, one pattern goes one way and the other side goes the other way. So I'm just going to cut it in half so that I don't end up accidentally placing it on the upside down one. I love this one. This one reminds me of sort of the watercolour flowers, the loose watercolour flowers that people do. I haven't had a go at doing those yet. I probably should. So again, I'm just going to scrub the napkin, place down a load of glue. I'm so sorry for my froggy throat. I'm not ill or anything. I don't know why I have it. Maybe it's an allergy or something. I do have allergies. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to open it up loosely, not too much. Place it down and squash. See, and some of the words will come through, not clearly, but they will come through, and I just like that. I think that's nice. Oh, I've stuck the whole napkin down now. There we go. So there we are. That's that one starting to go down nice. I'm going to leave the back of this one. I like the grungy look. I'm all for the grungy look this month. I'm just loving it. So we're going to leave it like that. Even though I'm not really doing grungy journals at the moment, but you know, it's fine. Shall I gesso it? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? I wish I could hear you guys. You know, you tell me. You tell me what I should do. You'll be there saying, "Hey, what are you doing? Don't gesso it. It looks good." Or you'll be like, "Yeah, you really need to gesso that." So I've got a little something on there. It's picked up a piece of paper, I think, on my desk, because my desk is a mess at the moment. I just made 4 journals off the bat, you know, so yeah, everything's a bit of a mess at the moment. I'm just going to put these little bits of napkins aside. I will be using those again on the next couple of tags. Don't want to gesso it. will make it a little bit thicker. Maybe I should, but we're just going to do it. We're just doing it because we're doing it. So let's do it. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that you don't have to gesso the whole tag. You could just gesso the centre of the tag. So you don't have to get to all the edges. You can just gesso like that. I'm going to put the heat gun on again, Eddie. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry. I know. I'm such a terrible mum. I know. Feel Liz. Just a little word of warning, be careful when using a heat gun on your crafter mat. They do bow under heat. I'm just a brute, and yeah, I'm just an absolute nightmare, so just destroy all my tools, I really do. So yeah, just a word of warning out there to people that care about their stuff. Be careful. So we've got 2 tags that we're starting with. This, oh, that one's still wet a little bit, but we can work with that, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a few of my little bits and pieces. Do you know what I really want to play with today? I really want to play with my little teapots. I love this. My mum bought this for me for Christmas. I'm so over the moon with it. She bought me 3 different ones, and I'm so over the moon with them. I haven't been able to cut very much out of them because I get a little bit scared. I'm just checking the time on my phone because it does cut out after 30 minutes. So let's have a look. First of all, we've got this one. So I'm just going to look through. I don't really want purple, but I wouldn't mind some pink actually. There's not a lot of pink on here. So we're going to look for a pink teapot. Let's see what we like. You know, I'm very English as well. For anyone that isn't English, I'm very English. I love a cup of tea. I do love my coffee too. Oh, what about this one? Oh, that's too wide for this tag. Oh, that would go so lovely. Okay, maybe not. Save that for another day. There's so many you could use, that's the problem, and I get sort of caught up in which one do I actually want to use now. This one's cute. Do you fit on the tag? You would. Okay. Make sure I've only got one page. I don't want to ruin any more. I know you can rip the pages out of the book and things like that to make it easier on cutting, but you know, I love my book, so I don't want to take the pages out. So let's just fussy cut this. I find these quite easy to fussy cut, these ones. I find the more detailed they are, the easier they are, because you can sort of wiggle the paper around. When cutting straight lines and circles, that's where I fall down. But then, to be honest, I don't even care if they're wonky, it's fine. They usually look really good when you put them on anyway. If you want to take out the negative space in the handles, you can. You can use an X-Acto knife or craft knife or whatever you want to call them. I don't, because I hate doing that. With a passion, I hate it. Oh, it's just fiddly. Anything that is too fiddly, I tend to steer away from, because if it's really intricate, I lose my temper with myself because I get quite shaky hands and things like that. I'm going to use a little bit of pink on this one. Let's see if I can find my jogger. Oh, things are falling off my trolley. There we go. So I'm going to use a little bit of pink on the edges of this one, just to pink it up a little bit. I don't know how well you can see it, but I can definitely see it. It leaves like a pink hue on all the edges. Let me get the centre bit as well. I like that. So just seeing where else I want the hue. There we go. Oh, I like that. Right. There we go. So maybe I'll place that down. I feel like it needs something behind it because it's not showing through very well. What can I use that I've got to hand? Oh, I've got so much stuff to hand, to be honest with you. Oh, do you know what I just found? I found me some doily. So these are just some little cheap doilies I found locally. I don't know where I found them. Get my glue book. Here we go. Get some pink and just dab it on. There we go. Lovely. So I'm just going to get my glue stick for this. If you glue stick straight on the actual piece, it's usually easier than gluing on doily, because doilies are a nightmare to glue on. There we go. Oh, cute. So I'm just going to glue this down. Again, if you're worried about these falling apart, I mean, you shouldn't be, but if you are, you can, you know, use a little bit of stitching, or at this stage you could use just some tacky glue. I'm not concerned. I think that's going to be fine. So I'm just making sure it's on the tag fully. Oh, I think that's cute. Let's pop a little word on there. So look, a lot of these I've printed, but they're not all mine. So if I do pull one out that isn't mine, I will let you know. Oh, there's so many in here. Set yourself free? No, that's not going to do, is it? Let's have a look at some of these. What have we got here? I've got to pull them out because I can't see. So I think these, oh, where did I get these ones from? I think they're Artie Mae's. I may be wrong. If you know where I've got them from, or think positive, yes. If you know where I've got them from, please do put them in the description below, or in the comments, sorry, below. I'm not deliberately cutting off who I got them from. I cannot remember for the life of me. It might even be from Smart Digital Art that I've got down in the description box below. I've got all my digital artists that I use down there. I just cannot think where I got these words from specifically. So I'm not even going to ink this one up because I like the way it looks. So I'm just going to stick it on and be done with it. Now at the top of these tags there is loads you can do with them. There we go. You can put a hole in, put some string, put some ribbon. You could staple some fabric to them. There is just so much that you can do. What I think I'm going to do for this one is I think I'm going to use one of Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah, one of her bows. Just got to find the colour that I think suits. I like that one. And I'm just going to use that at the top for the tag. And it just works so well. If I just show you, I'm going to use a bit of tacky glue for this one, or art glitter glue I'm going to use for this one. there's no reason for the difference between art glitter glue and tacky glue on this. It's just what I've just happened to pick up. So I was going to grab the tacky glue, but this was tan. This is just like a little bit nearer. I don't know. I do not know. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stick that on like so. And then that makes a really nice top. And can you see this is really matte now, lovely texture to write on. You can see some of the words through. It's actually added to the grunge, so I think that was okay to do. So we get that is tag number 1. And just checking the time again. 1 second. Right, so what shall we put on this one? Oh, I've got an idea. I am pulling out another one of Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah sets. I'm sorry, I do have a lot of her sets. That's the problem. I just loved her sets, and I have a lot of them. If you're new to this channel, this is made really badly by me, just to quickly put some ephemera in and keep all of her Tina's little bits together. So it is badly made. I couldn't be bothered to put it through the sewing machine, so I just used some duct tape and things. I want to use one of her ladies. You get them in this size, but you also get them in this size, and I haven't fussy cut them yet. So I may have to fussy cut them, but I might only use like half of a lady or something. Yeah, I like that. What shall I put in the background? We need something, don't we, for the background? What could I use? What do we have? Oh, I know something else I have that I haven't used yet. Well, I haven't used very much yet. Is my little book of wonder. So, oh, this one. Do we think? Maybe. Let's try it. Oh yes, I love that. Yes, definitely. I'm so sorry again for my froggy throat. I really am sorry. So I'm going to use art glitter glue for this one because they're going to need to stick down quite well. They're quite thick. So see there's a little white edge on this. I just want to take that off. Sorry, I have shaky hands because of a rare brain condition that I have. If your hands shake, a good tip is to, while you're cutting, is to place your fingers just underneath here and then do it, and the pressure where you're pressing down and pressing up at the same time stops the shaking. Just in case anyone's new and hasn't seen me do that before. Also, the brain condition, it's not serious. I'm not disabled, nothing like that. It's not serious currently. There are people that suffer way worse than me with it, so you know, don't feel sorry for me. All's good. I'm good. I just got little things that annoy me a little bit, but other than that, I'm good. So what I'm going to do is I want to ink round her with a little bit of brown, I think. Which one do I want to use? I'm going to use the Vintage Photo today. And oh, the last one that I used was Worn Lipstick, sorry. I prefer the oxides to the inks. They last longer, the inks dry out quite quickly for me. And I'm just going to use my This is a, instead of a sponge dauber, this is a felt dauber. And it's good for when you need to fill in areas when you're going over the whole thing. Because it doesn't give that sort of circle mark that you get with these sponge daubers. So I just want to make her a slightly different hue, because her hue was slightly greeny grey and I wanted a little bit more brown in there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to rip the bottom of her skirt, rub the dauber on it, so that she's been cut off a little bit. A little bit of glue on there. There we go. I don't think I want a word on her. I really like that. That's so cute. So now I want to stick a little bit of something on there. I'm just having a little look to see what I've got, because I've got a load of fabric to my side. So I'm just having a little look to see what little bits and pieces I've got that I could just tear up. Oh, I've got this little scrap, that'll be nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over my tiny attacher. You can use any stapler if you like the look of staples. If you don't feel you have to use a stapler, you could stitch this on with a sewing machine. You could do all sorts. I like a little staple here and there, and especially the tiny attacher is just so darn cute. There we go, and you can hardly see it, to be honest. It hides in there very well, but it is so cute. So there we go, there is our 2 tags that I've done so far. So this collaboration was run by Turquoise Dreaming, Susan, and I've forgotten again. I'm terrible with names, I'm so sorry, I really am. I know them, as soon as I see it I'm like, oh, I know that name. I should write them down, shouldn't I? I've really got to start taking some notes with me when I come to craft. I'm a little bit spontaneous, if you don't already know. If you're with me, you know how spontaneous I am. So, yeah, all their channels are linked down below. I will link Shabby Daddy Doodah's one, so that shop, so that you can see where I get my digitals from. My store is also linked down there. I've got 30% off at the moment. My code was wrong, I have corrected it. Any problems you have, please do come to me, because that 30% is real. I really am trying to give that to you, but unfortunately I linked the wrong code last time and someone did pull me up on it. So do let me know if there are any problems at all. Also, my socials are linked down there if you just follow the link. If you'd like to become a member, please do. I send happy mail out every month. And also I'm planning on putting up some digitals for my members as well, which I'm hoping to start soon. I'm going to be doing hand painted papers and also hand dyed papers that you can print out yourself and you can use in collage and things. So yeah, I think that is everything. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm off out with my husband. I'm super excited. We're going to have a day together, do a bit of shopping. So yeah. And I will see you next time. Hopefully it'll be a really big haul video where I have bought tons and tons of things. Let's hope. I'll be spending my husband's money. There's never a better day. So see you next time. Bye.